Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Creative Differences podcast. My name is Dallas, and if I had a nickel for every movie this month that had Luna Lauren Velez as the mother of a Brooklyn-based protagonist, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I'm Colin, and I don't have a weirdly specific niche to follow that up with.
Yeah, I got real specific with that one, but so did movies.
I didn't know that she was in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love her.
She's great.
And I'm Demi, and I'm just here so I don't get fined. Welcome to another episode of the Creative Differences podcast, your one-stop shop for movie reviews, Fancast Fridays, Throwback Thursdays, and a number of other pop culture-related items. Today, Dallas will be reviewing Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
That's me beating my chest. You can't tell because this is audio. Colin's here. Yeah. Gaby's not.
That's why I'm here.
Demi is here because Gaby's not. Gaby figured with animals the size of they are in Transformers, she wouldn't be able to keep her furry tendencies on lock. So she was like,
they don't have fur, though.
Well, the cheetah kind of looks furry. It's a whole thing, you know. Nothing will stop Gaby.
I am not a furry guy.
Is it? See, we've hit a weird crossroads where we've got the furry, but we've also got the robotness of.
Yes, it's strange to me that Colin didn't see this movie.
We're at a bridge.
Like the intersectionality of Colin's interest, let's call them interest. It just meets perfectly. Like you're in the robots, you're in the animals, robot animals.
All right, don't say that.
You can't say it like that. That's just weird.
Yes, please like, share, subscribe, because we need support. Help, please. All right, bet. All right, let's get into some robots.
Transformers. Tell us about
Rise of the Beast is directed by Stephen Caple Jr. He made Creed 2, and I really like Creed 2, which is why I was so excited for this movie.
I do too.
He didn't write this. 5 people wrote this.
Oh.
Joby Harold, Darnell Metayer, Josh Peters, Eric Hober, and John Hober.
I know Joby Harold. He wrote The Legend of King Arthur. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Oh. And he also wrote the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Oh, dope. That explains why he had a link on Wikipedia. I don't think the others do. But yeah, once I saw 5 names, I decided I'm not doing that thing where I find out what everybody did, because there's too many of them. But, good job, guys. Movie stars: Anthony Ramos, Dominique Fishback, Peter Cullen, Michelle Yeoh, Pete Davidson, Peter Dinklage, lots of other people, because it's a Transformers movie. They get a bunch of dope people to do these voices. And Miles Morales' mother herself, Luna Lauren Velez, as the Puerto Rican mom from Brooklyn again.
Incredible.
These movies came out a week apart, and she is basically doing the same thing in animation and then in live action. I love it. IMDb summary is: during the 90s, a new faction of Transformers, the Maximals, joined the Autobots as allies in the battle for Earth. So yeah, it's the 90s now. It's Brooklyn now. Gotta say, it goes on the list of things that black people make better, because so it has the highs of Transformers movies, and then it doesn't have the full lows of Transformers movies, because those get bad. But there are things about Transformers that are just like, it's a little cheesy here, it's a little corny there.
Which is fine, guys.
That's what
these are toy commercials. Let's not forget, Transformers is a toy commercial. Yeah. You gotta expect a little cheese, a little corn, a little queso, a little maíz, elote. It's all there. But a lot of times, like I loved Shia in the original. I love Megan Fox. Once we got to Marky Mark and Dora the Explorer, I was like, I don't really care about the humans. Just show me the robots.
I loved Haley Steinfeld in Bumblebee.
Yes, she was great. Shout out Travis Knight.
Speaking of Spider-Verse.
Shout out Gwen Stacy. But this one, there are moments where I thought I'd much rather be watching robots hit each other right now. But that's just because it's a Transformers movie. It's not because these characters are uninteresting. These characters are very interesting.
It's like watching Godzilla and King Kong movies.
Yeah, it's like they did some interesting things with those. Like John C. Reilly and Skull Island. Fantastic.
It's kind of like what I came for, so.
Exactly. It's only half that for me, because I also came for Dominique Fishback and Anthony Ramos and Toby Wigwe. So when you have those people being the human characters, I'm more into it, and that works a lot. That works very well. They do they got to build the backstory. Anthony Ramos, he's Noah Diaz. He got a brother. He's sick. Little Chris. Oh my God, this kid, he's so cute. They can't pay. They broke. Help! Somebody help! And then
help to the robots. Help. I'm fascinated.
Meanwhile, Dominique Fishback works at a museum, and she's a nerd like Gaby. She's into artifacts and all that stuff. So there's this artifact. It got a little Transformers logo on it. Bing, bang, boom. It's something alien. Aliens is here. The way that Noah ties into robots is that he gets roped into a Grand Theft Auto situation with one of his boys.
Trying to get that money.
Yeah, and the car he tries to steal is Pete Davidson
Oh,
is Mirage, the Porsche. And let me tell you, I love Pete Davidson in this movie. He's so much fun. One thing I was telling Kayla is that, do you remember Jazz in the 07 movie?
Yes.
He was a little Pontiac Solstice. And
I do remember.
he was like, "What up, y'all? This seems like a cool place to kick it."
And he dies.
Yeah,
I
he
was
gets ripped in
very sad
half by
about it.
Megatron. It's very sad. So the thing about Jazz is that he talks like what a middle-aged person thinks young people talk like. Because when he walked up and was like, "What up, little punk? This look like a cool place to kick it." it's like I get what you guys are doing, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you learned the language from the internet." So he talks like, "Yo," he doesn't. They just let Pete Davidson talk like Pete Davidson. So Mirage talks like someone in his 20s because Pete Davidson is someone in his 20s. So when he's like, "Yo, no, I thought we were boys," it doesn't feel forced. It just feels like Pete Davidson as a robot. And I love that. I love Cristo Fernandez for the Ted Lasso fans. He's playing Danny Rojas, and it's literally just Danny Rojas if he was a robot. He shows up late to one of the situations. They're like, "Yo, where were you at, Wheeljack?" And he was like, "I saw a butterfly, and it was just so peaceful, and I had the serenity of nature." And I was like, that is adorable, and I love it. And that's the thing about this one is that the robots have personality beyond like, this one's the medic.
oh, nice.
This one's the violent one.
This one's
one
the
can't
ghetto
talk.
one.
Yeah. This are the two nigga bots. So Optimus, it's the 90s. It's before he does all the things he does with Sam. So he's not really that noble leader yet.
That is my
Oh,
question.
okay.
Are
Yeah.
these still prequels?
These are prequels, yes.
Why does the world not know about Transformers when the first movie
I
comes
don't know how
out?
that works. Well, all I can tell you is that this one canonically does happen after the events of Bumblebee.
Yeah,
So
for
I don't
sure.
know about the Shia stuff. I don't know if that's still connected.
Yeah,
or
this
if
is
they're doing,
definitely
like,
connected to Bumblebee.
A Halloween situation where they're just like, we're going to pretend only this one happened. Because Optimus is like, "Yo, forget all these humans. We need to go home. I'm not worried about that." And Bumblebee is like, "Yo, my homie's a human." He's like, forget all that. We got to go. So then, through interacting with Noah and learning, tolerance and blah, 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 he becomes like, "Oh, humans ain't so bad. I rock with y'all a little bit. I see what Bumblebee talking about." And it's great to see him have
Character
kind of an
growth?
arc.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the robots have so much personality. Peter Dinklage, amazing. He plays Scourge, or Scourge. I don't know how you say it, Scourge. Let me tell you, every time this dude came on screen, for one, Peter Dinklage has a great voice, and he plays it very well. But also, this robot is mad evil, but like in a, I enjoy this kind of way. Like when he kills an Autobot, he takes trophies.
Ooh,
They'll
nice.
like rip off their little Autobot logo.
He's an Autobot serial killer.
Yeah, and like turn it into a patch.
Ooh,
And like put it on his
nice.
shoulder, like, "Hey, I got y'all." But when they
He's a
introduce
hunter.
him, you just see like glowing eyes in the trees. And
Nice,
I'm a sucker for glowing eyes in the darkness.
Mhm.
That'll get me. And then he comes up out of the water. That shot's in the trailer. Fantastic. There's an evil ninja bot
What?
named Nightbird,
No.
played by Michaela J. Rodriguez.
I know that name.
Yes, she is on some things. I can't remember what, but
All right.
she's dope. She has scary psychopath energy. They just did a really good job with these robots. Michelle Yeoh is Michelle Yeoh, but she's a bird and breathes fire. So
Oh,
who doesn't
excellent.
love that? Yeah, right? Love it. Who am I missing? Any of the robots that matter to me? Liza Koshy was really dope as RC. She's kind of the straight man to Mirage's nonsense. She's like, "Yo, Pete, chill." She didn't call him Pete. That's not his name. But it's basically Pete. And Unicron, the big Galactus planet, is played by Coleman Domingo.
What?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did not know that
I see it.
until I looked it up. I was like, that was Coleman Domingo the whole time? Because he's basically Galactus.
He's
He's just
got a-
like, "Yo, Scourge, give me a planet, bro. I'm hungry."
He's got a real cool voice.
He does.
This is going to be the year of him playing just horrible people
Oh, that's fun.
because he's in the color purple as well.
Oh, no. That's not fun. Although, if I'm not mistaken, in the newest bad Transformers movie, last night, the one that I went to see, I think they say Unicron is Earth or something stupid like that. I don't know. I think I had
Yeah, but you also
You repressed that
Blacked
whole
out
movie,
from
my
that
guy.
point.
questioned if those movies even exist to this movie, and we don't know the answer. So
Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't know. Someone who watched all the Transformers movies and remembers them, let me know. But yeah, it's a fun time. It's not great, but it's very not bad. I enjoy it. I think it's good. I had a fun time with it. The biggest issues are just, some of the writing is cheesy. Some of the writing is corny, but we already covered.
Mhm.
It's a toy commercial. What'd you expect?
Yeah.
The robots punching each other, talk about Scourge can't get the time warp, gloop-de-doo. Like, it's a lot of that. So if you're ready for that, which you should be if you're going to watch Transformers, enjoy it. Action scenes are great. We can actually see what's going on. I love that. Bumblebee has an amazing moment in the final fight because, you know, he speaks in needle drops because he can talk through the radio.
Yes, that was one of the things I liked about Bumblebee.
Yeah. So there's that shot in the trailer when he's like falling from the sky and he's shooting like doo-doo-doo and he's spinning. That shot is set to Mama Said Knock You Out. And it works so well. Like, narratively, it's great. They did really good things. All the music. It's the 90s, but it's black. So it's like, it starts with Cream by Wu-Tang. We get Biggie, Diggable Planets, Tribe Called Quest. I was like, yo, this is resonating with me. When we first meet Noah, he's good with technology because, you know, Transformers. He's fixing a VCR to watch Poetic Justice. And I'm just like, this movie's so black. I love it. I love it. Fun time. If you like Transformers, I definitely recommend it. If you want to like Transformers but wish it was a little blacker, here you go, bro. Here you go. It ends in a way that I can only describe as ridiculous.
I've been hearing
But, like,
about
you've
the
heard about
ending
that?
recently. I don't know what it is, but I've heard.
It depends. I think you would enjoy it because, like, you like, what did we say?
Stupid fun.
Stupid fun?
Yeah.
Something like that? I think you would laugh.
Colin loves
And
it's
love
so
it.
bad it's good type of stuff.
Yeah, it's just out of no. There's a thing that, and this is the last thing I'll say before we move on. The podcast I listen to, The Weekly Planet, shout out to the Australians. They have a saying where I think it's called The Game Is On or The Game's Afoot. And it's something that they say to refer to a movie that's clearly setting up a sequel. More often than not, setting up a sequel that does not end up happening. But like a movie that the ending is clearly just, let's do this again. Like in The Predator, when Boyd Holbrook gets that mech suit.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can fight the aliens. Or like Independence Day 2. And they're like, we can fight the aliens. It's a lot of fighting aliens. But the way this ends, I was like, what? But it's fun. It's a fun thing to do.
Fun dumb thing.
Yeah, it's a fun dumb thing. So off mic, I can tell you guys what it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you off mic.
That's Transformers: Rise of the Beast. It's a fun time. Soundtrack is heat. Some great visuals. Really good robots. Oh, shout out Ron Perlman. He plays the gorilla. Bang, bang, bang.
Love Ron Perlman.
Yeah, I love him too. That's Transformers. Love that for me.
Nice.
That was the review for today. So Colin,
Hello.
you watched 10 minutes of something.
Yeah, I did.
It sounded like you didn't enjoy it when you were in the
And
chat.
it might have technically been more than 10 minutes because I never know what to do when you have like intro credits or something like that. Like, does that count towards the 10 minutes? Has
I don't think those count.
Yeah, see, that's my thought. So I watched probably more like 12 or 30. I don't also Matt
Until a sixth of the way through.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I've only seen the first 2 episodes. There are 3 out, so I haven't seen that one. But episode 2, he's asking her like, "Yo, what's up with Sasha Lane?" That's not the character's name. But Amanda Seyfried's like, "Yo, what's up with Sasha Lane? She missing? Where'd she go?" And he's like, "Yo, she been going through a lot." And then we just get this episode that's just kind of her being sad. And it's like, I came to the show to see if you shot these niggas, Tom. What happened? I didn't really ask
you
for it.
have to care about them before you can find out who shot them.
I get it. And they did that. They showed that she's going through something. She's one of those tragic characters. It's sad. She drinking. Gaby would love her.
As you do. As you do.
Yeah. She's drinking. She's being thirsty. She's checking all the Gaby boxes. But it's just episode 2 is like, I thought this was like a murder mystery big situation. This is a lot of backstory. We're getting episodes like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Somebody better get shot.
It looks like most reviewers are praising like the actors and their performances, but it's the story that they're just like, nah, fam, this ain't working.
And it's good enough that I want to stick with it, but
I know that vibe.
We'll see. Yeah, toward the end, I'll probably review it if I finish it. So we'll see how it ends up.
People always like, they take the Rotten Tomato scores and just kind of go with it and complain if they, agree or disagree with it or not. I always like going to Rotten Tomatoes and actually at least reading like summaries of like
I usually read
what the reviews are so I can understand why they don't like it instead of just being like, oh, they didn't like it. It's like, okay, but why?
Yeah, like what was it that they didn't like? Yeah, I usually, if I'm going to check Rotten Tomatoes, I'll check the consensus, be like, what are they saying? And they were like, oh, this is a pretty well-acted show. The story is kind of neat. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. 15% doesn't mean that that's how good the show is. 15% means that 15% of the critics who watched it liked it.
The number means it's bad.
I have a soapbox about this too because I'm tired of people looking at Rotten Tomatoes and not understanding how it actually works.
A surprising amount of people just don't know how it works.
It's incredible how people don't get it.
Staggering.
It's incredible. And the crazy thing is, if you press the button, if you press the percentage, it shows you what the actual outcome is, like the actual median average score of the movie itself, not how many people liked it.
Yeah. I remember I heard somebody say, Rotten Tomatoes, they're savages. They don't give anything a good score. And I'm like, they're just taking reviews and
they don't give anything
getting the exactly. They're not reviewing it. They're just showing you who's reviewed it and how it went. But yeah, people don't read.
Anyway,
that's what we're watching.
Trailers.
Trailer tracking. We got a lot of trailers. Let's track them. Bottoms.
Okay, guys.
Demi's excited. Gabby's not here. Sorry, Gabby.
Colin's here, though.
Colin is here.
Here's the thing. I'm on this episode for two reasons. I'm here to spread two agendas. Number one, the gay agenda. And number two, the Ruby Cruz agenda. Let's
God
go.
forbid she be on this podcast just to hang out with her friends, but that's fine.
This episode, that's why I'm here for this episode. I didn't review anything. I didn't see nothing. But this trailer I've watched about 6 times, and I'm so
Which one is Ruby Cruz?
She's the one who gets punched and knocked across the gym.
Oh, fun. Okay.
And, yeah. She goes running down the hallway and is crying in one scene, and she's the one who gives a thumbs up in another one. Yeah.
Good.
And she looks like a very precious nerd who needs to be protected at all costs. But she's part of the Fight Club, so hopefully she'll have the glow up of becoming a really dope fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks hilarious. I'm so excited, and I've been excited ever since I found out Ruby Cruz was in this movie. But also even more excited ever since I watched Shiva Baby, which is directed by the same director, Emma Seligman, and then also stars Rachel Sennett. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. And Rachel Sennett was the star of Shiva Baby, and she was amazing in that. But also she gets rave reviews for Bodies, which I've never seen. But
I haven't seen that either.
But I hear she's great in that movie as well.
I heard it was good.
Yeah. Her and Io also did funny web videos back in the day. And I've seen a couple and they're extremely hilarious. And I think Rachel is also the person who coined the term soft launch or something like that.
Got it.
Colin, what'd you think of this trailer?
It looks like a fun time. I mean, it reminds me of perhaps a slightly more hinged version of Mean Girls, but I'd have to watch the movie to find out if it's actually more hinged but
it doesn't look more hinged to me.
I would say a little bit more.
It starts with, will the ugly, untalented gays come to the office?
You gotta get to the, I did not leave the South Side for this.
That's my favorite Mean Girls line, but I don't know. I see what you're saying. For me, it feels like on the other side, the more unhinged version, because the plastics in Mean Girls are over the top evil, or at least what's her name, Rachel McAdams is.
Yeah,
but Regina. Yes, Regina. Thank you. That coming on the intercom at your school is ridiculous.
That's fair.
Yeah, Tim Meadows would never say that.
Exactly. Tim Meadows wouldn't say that. I did not leave the South Side for this.
Also, the line at the end with Marshawn Lynch.
I love Marshawn Lynch.
And I was responsive, I don't think you're supposed to make partners like this.
Teacher.
He's a teacher. You're not into raunchy comedies, though.
No. I don't think
I'm not either, though.
But I do want to see an interview where they talk about how Marshawn Lynch got involved in this teen sex comedy.
I think there's an interview out already about how
I gotta see that, because it's just so random to me.
But it's so good.
It's just so teen sex comedies are always a thing.
That show with the improv thing?
Yeah, Murderville.
Yeah, it feels like this makes more sense when you consider that. He seems to like doing silly shit.
I guess he does, but it's just I don't know. It's just all these kids and Marshawn Lynch. What's going on? Maybe he's their Tim Meadows.
I really like the because I've seen interviews about the movie from when they premiered it at South by Southwest, and all of them are just Marshawn's probably the funniest person on set.
I can imagine, he's hilarious.
They're he's just so funny. We would just let him go, just improv, and it was just sometimes the most hilarious thing. He's the teacher at the school.
Yeah.
But he's you know how when you start school clubs, you have to have the adult counselor person, that. He's that person for their club.
Okay.
Which is hilarious because it's just a club of girls who are learning to fight, and then there's him.
And this is Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, this is Marshawn Lynch. But he looks like he's so funny in this movie.
He is. He's a funny dude.
I saw somebody comment on the trailer and say, I'm going to tell my kids that this is Fight Club. The queer high school version of Fight Club sounds so much more fun than actual Fight Club.
They're getting their version of it.
It looks like so much fun. And looking at all the movies that they took inspiration from, which is I guess Mean Girls a little bit, but Not Another Teen Movie and Superbad and stuff like that.
I'm getting some Superbad from the conversation they're talking about. every time that they talk about, we could hook up with these girls if we do this right. And I was like, okay, I remember Superbad.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, which, I came out at the perfect time to like Superbad because I was 15.
We were in high school, yeah. I didn't watch that movie until like senior year of high school. I liked Superbad, but I feel like this is more my lane. This is
definitely
more my lane, and it's probably the only reason why I'm interested in watching a raunchy comedy. I'm not usually into them. So.
Fair.
But again, like I said, also Ruby Cruz is in it, and after Willow, I am willing to support just about anything she does as long as it's not a horror movie. And I'm excited to see her in this movie and to see her outside of Willow, but still doing action stuff, which is very, very cool.
Nice.
Somebody else asked her about that during South by Southwest. They were like, I love Willow. Like, how did your stunt training from that, help you out with this? Some of the girls were like, yeah, she was the only one who had any stunt training before we started this movie. So
love that.
So I think that's really cool. I'm just excited to see her do like a straight up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this cast so far. And I've said repeatedly that I'm looking forward to Ayo Edebiri becoming an actress whose work I'm very fond of. So
yeah,
I'm so excited. August cannot come soon enough, especially because I thought it was just going to be in Amazon movies. But now that it's going to be only in theaters, I'm like, yes.
Which is also funny because August is when the Ninja Turtles movie comes out. So you're getting her in live action and animation in August.
Starting the month with her in animation, ending it with her in live action.
Fun times, fun times.
Fun times. Hopefully, because it's in select theaters. So hopefully it'll be closer to us when it first starts in August, on August 25th. If not, I'll just have to keep a lookout for when it spreads out on September 1st.
I'm still mad at whoever decided to put the angry black girl and her monster in Chino Hills. I'm not going to Chino Hills. Bring the movie to a real city, please.
I've driven pretty far out to see movies before. Like, I definitely drove all the way out to somewhere in LA to go see Little Woods. So I might be willing to do the same thing with Bottoms for the sake of, like, I have a good feeling I'm going to laugh hysterically at this film.
But also, like, LA, I get it more. Like, oh, where do we want to put this movie? LA. That's where, that's movie land.
Yeah, but it was like a theater that only had one. It had one theater.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's house.
It had one theater. That's it.
Ridiculous. I didn't know they made places like that.
Yeah. One house.
That's wild.
That's the only movie that's playing.
All right.
But yeah, everybody in this movie looks funny, and I'm looking forward to it. I also like Nick Galitzine, who plays the main football player in this trailer.
It's so funny to me that essentially it looks like the antagonists are football players, and their teacher is Marshawn Lynch, and he's a football player. Ridiculous.
Yeah. This also, I like how ridiculous this trailer is. This movie is going to be over the top, and you can sense it from this trailer. They're like, no, we're being silly.
As silly as can be.
As silly as we possibly can. Also, I don't think they really make these types of movies anymore.
Like sex comedies? Raunchy comedies? Teenage
They make raunchy comedies, though. Yeah. But I don't think they make, like, the high school teen comedies like this anymore. Like, not another teen movie, Superbad, Mean Girls. You get, like, one per generation kind of now.
Yeah.
And I feel like the last one that we had was Mean Girls, and this is, like...
Jesus.
Or Pitch Perfect, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. Are they high schoolers?
No, they're in college for that one, though.
Okay.
Yeah. But also, same producers of Pitch Perfect and Cocaine Bear, because Elizabeth Banks.
Of course. Wild.
Wild time.
But yeah, going from young women to old men, they're making another Expendables movie.
I've never seen any of those movies all the way through.
Which surprises me. It feels like it would be your kind of thing.
I thought it was when I started watching the first one, and then I got so bored, I was like, I'm done.
No.
Wow, the last one came out 9 years ago.
Here's the thing, Colin.
9.
I love action movies, but you can't inundate me with action. Like, you gotta take a break sometimes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So, like...
These don't do that.
Yeah, like, that was one of the issues I had with Man of Steel, was that the last hour is nothing but nonstop action, and I was just like, we're not gonna take a break anytime soon. We're just gonna keep going. Can we stop, please? Can we have an emotional moment? Can we have a talk? No?
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
Talking.
What?
Talk to these bullets.
Like, on paper, these definitely sound like my type of movies, but then I watch them and I'm like, nah.
Yeah. At this one, it's just, I wonder who's going to be in this one. And it's 50 Cent. They got 50 Cent. It's so funny because when they were doing these, not every 9 years, like,
every few years.
Yeah. I was like, oh, they got Expendables. Who'd they get this time? Throw in Jet Li. Throw in, I don't know, somebody else. Wesley Snipes. Dolph Lundgren. Terry Crews. 50 Cent. Like, cool. He is an actor. He is a big dude. It is an interesting choice. But, I rock with it.
I do love that Jacob Scipio is in this movie.
Yeah. We know he can throw hands.
Yeah. Bad Boys for Life.
Bad Boys for Life.
But also Megan Fox.
Yes. That was an interesting way to start the trailer.
Yeah, the one thing I remember from the first movie, actually, is that Jason Statham's love interest was played by Charisma Carpenter. So for us to come in here and he's just got a new love interest, I was like, oh, okay. That's fine. I like charisma a lot, but that's cool.
Admire
I
that
want to
you
make a
remember
joke.
something
It's
about
something. No, never mind. It's not there. I'll come
it.
back.
You
to
got
it.
it.
I remember
No.
charisma because I was upset that she wasn't in more of the movie.
Gotcha. I didn't remember him having a love interest. To be honest, I don't even really know who's in these movies and who isn't. I just assume all the older action dudes are in them.
Yeah.
It's usually the case. Megan Fox is fun. She's very hot. Levi Tran is in this movie. I don't know what she's gonna do. I like her too. She is a model and actress. She is extremely attractive, and she was in Haunting of Hill House. She played the girlfriend of the one who can't touch nobody. Another actress is Kate Siegel. I can't remember the character's name.
Oh, what is her name? Theodora.
Theodora.
Thea.
So that was fun. But they got Tony Jaa in it. He be throwing hands like crazy. So I imagine we're gonna get some really dope action sequences and nothing else. But hey, you know what you're getting into when you watch the Expendables. This is the fourth time.
And that's why I haven't gone back. Sometimes you just know.
Yeah. Colin, I'm guessing you're not gonna be lined up for Expendables 4.
You don't even like action movies.
Expendables.
I don't like action movies, and I've never seen Expendables, and I don't plan to start now with the fourth one.
Opposite of a Colin movie.
I think it's just funny because it's like the one who doesn't like action movies obviously isn't going to go see it. And the one who does love action movies also is probably not going to see it.
Yeah. They missed both those.
Dallas, how about you?
But there are people
Maybe.
out there who will just go see this movie just for all of that.
Yeah, to be honest, like when I see Tony Jaa, I'm like, oh.
Oh, Tony Jaa's dope though.
Yeah, I was like, that could be interesting. Like, if they told me Donnie Yen was in this movie,
I might.
I'd sign up.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, I'll watch him.
Hiroyuki Sanada, Donnie Yen.
There's certain people that you tell me
Yeah.
are in an action movie. And to be honest, Tony Jaa is one of those that, like, I hear his name a lot. I haven't seen.
I haven't seen a lot of his movies.
Yeah, same. But I've seen clips of him,
Whooping
beating ass. So it's like, I get it.
He's in a Fast and Furious movie.
Which one?
He's in Fast 7.
Oh, okay. We watched that one, right? The one with See You Again at the end?
Yes, it's the last Paul Walker one.
I think we watched it. Is that the one where The Rock flexes out of a cast?
Yes, it is.
Yes, we did watch that.
Yeah. I'm like, it's the one where Natalie Emmanuel appears for the first time.
There it is. But yeah, I do think I might end up watching it because Kayla really likes action movies, but Kayla also likes silly action movies.
Jordan also really likes these movies, doesn't she? She was the one who was excited about there being an Expendables trailer.
Probably. JoJo likes a lot of silly movies. Like, she's into the Meg, all the shark movies.
I haven't seen that.
Shark.
Yeah. I have an idea of what the quality is. I just
say them in the big ass shark.
There's another one.
And they're making
soon.
another one.
Yeah.
Fun times for Jason Statham. We love that for him. Speaking of fighting, Superman. They're making a Superman show on Adult Swim. It's called My Adventures with Superman, and it
Superman show? Is it a Lois show?
Both. It's the trio. Yeah.
Yeah. Lois, Superman, and Jimmy Olsen. The Super Thruple.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's very anime inspired, looks like.
It's funny looking at it because I'm just like, this looks like such a cute show. And then it says it's on Adult Swim. And I'm like, what's going to be on this show that requires it to be on Adult Swim?
Yeah, I'm not really sure because the one episode that you did miss, Colin and I were talking about that show, Unicorn Warriors Eternal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is on Adult Swim and isn't really, there's nothing on there that makes me think kids can't watch this.
Mm-hmm.
So is HBO Max just trying to push out their content to other places then?
I don't know.
Because I think this show was originally supposed to be an HBO Max show.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if Adult Swim is just like, we have to have things that are like super graphic or violent. I should have talked about Super Sons. Maybe next week I'll do that because that movie looks very cute. And then it gets horrifying. Lois Lane starts cussing and it's like, wait, I thought this was a cool, cute movie. So you can never tell just from the vibe you get from the trailer or the adorable animation style.
I do love the animation style on this.
I am very much into DC and Marvel and all that stuff.
Also, Jack Quaid is playing
Clark
Kent.
That's interesting.
He fits.
He played a Lizard Peter Parker, I'm pretty sure, in Across the Spider-Verse.
That is him.
Yeah. He's just doing these superhero things.
At least these ones are nicer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not the boys.
The boys is a lot.
Colin, you get weeby sometimes. You gonna watch My Adventures with Superman?
Probably not.
Not really your thing?
Doesn't really look like my thing. And just this trailer was very like frantic in a way that I was just not feeling. Things moved very fast in a way that I was just like, this feels like, is there ever going to be a moment to breathe in this? Or
I feel like shows of this
the
type.
way they cut the trailer.
I think, shows of this type always have trailer cuts like this.
Yeah, I remember when you sent that one to the chat, I was like, what is going on? It felt like a really weird, but also I think that video, that Facebook video was also like cut off or something.
It might have been.
I was like, this does not feel like a trailer. This feels like someone just took a bunch of clips and then was like, we'll call it a trailer. Yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Oh,
I got a lot of superhero stuff to watch.
Jack Quaid said that this show is like the most earnest and genuine take on the purely righteous superhero. Okay, that makes me super excited then.
It's adorable.
That's what I've been waiting for Superman for a while. It's been a long time,
And I'm glad he used to do that after The Boys.
Yeah, he was actually comparing it to The Boys.
He needs a palate cleanser.
Yeah, he was saying how The Boys takes the piss out of superheroes, and this one is about just the purely righteous superhero.
Love that for him. And the fans, the people. All right, that's Superman. That's his adventures. That's my adventures. That's their adventures. That's our adventures.
Yeah, it doesn't sound... I'm reading his description of the show, and it just does not sound like...
It should be an Adult Swim.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you'll get like 4 episodes in and he'll like laser through Lex Luthor's head or something.
Oh, no. We'll find it. I'm going to watch it, so we'll find out.
Yeah, you can let us know.
It looks cute.
No real applicable transition from that to this. The Afterparty Season 2.
I think you're the only one who's watched that, right?
Yes, because Gabby's not here. There's so many
You watched,
things.
I think, half the first season.
Yes.
I kind of want to
You
watch
remember
it.
you don't like mysteries and you stop.
I don't know why he continues to try and watch mysteries. He does not like mysteries.
I don't know why Colin does a lot of things he does.
You're right.
That's just, I don't either.
You do
But
them to just make
to
the...
me,
yeah.
you would like it. I think you would like it a lot.
I was watching the
because-
trailer and I was just like, I kind of should probably go watch the first season.
Yeah.
Now that I'm almost done with Ted Lasso, maybe I'll add that to the list. I'll
You
watch
should.
Afterparty.
Watch some of this Apple TV heat.
Yeah, because I like Tiffany Haddish. I think Tiffany Haddish is funny.
She's very funny.
And so it'll be fun to watch her in something like this where she's kind of playing off her usual vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she is and she isn't. Like, she's reined in enough that you can believe her as the detective, but it's Tiffany Haddish as the detective. So, like, she reacts in a way. Like, when she comes in, she's like, ooh, what's your name? You fine as hell. It's like, you're here to investigate a murder. What are you doing?
There's a balance there.
Exactly. But also because, you are such a cinema person. The concept of
Changing
everyone's story
genres,
is a movie in its own genre. I think you would rock with that very much.
I was really into that into the trailer because like I find it fascinating to like try and copy other people's styles because I'm like I probably could copy somebody's style if I took the time to just sit there and study it, but like it's just like it's always fascinating to me when people like try to pull off somebody else's style.
Yeah.
Especially in something like this where you're like copying a bunch of different people's styles or a whole genre.
And they're really good at it. Going off of season 1, they're really good at all the different styles. And it wasn't as, like Gabby pointed out when she was here before she abandoned us, we were watching the trailer and she was like, oh, they're doing Wes Anderson. Because one of the styles is very much, that's Wes Anderson. It's very recognizable. For the first season, it was more general. It wasn't like any particular director, but it was like, this is the action movie. This is the animation. This is the musical. I look forward to seeing what they're going to do with this one. Sam Richardson is fantastic. He's hilarious and I love him. And I'm so glad that he's going to be in this one because it's an anthology. They could have got rid of all the main characters from the first one, but they didn't. They brought back Sam and they brought back Zoe Chow. Love her too. So I'm with it. John Cho, love him. Ken Jeong, love him. White people whisper is never a good sign. Love that line. I just feel like it's going to be fun for me. I can't wait.
It looks like a fun time.
Yeah. There's also a bunch of other people. I'm blanking on all of them.
I mean, yeah, it's like an ensemble cast. So.
Yeah, which is fun.
That's how those things go.
I love it.
Can't do a murder mystery without an ensemble.
Yeah, because, people got to start. Who's that? Who did it? You did it? Maybe everybody did it. Maybe you ran a train on a train.
That didn't happen, but okay.
That's the movie. That's how it ends. They ran a train on...
That's a different kind of train, I feel like.
They ran a murder train.
The phrasing is still correct.
Yeah. They all took turns penetrating.
Yeah, but you have to be more specific.
They did do that.
They took their turns penetrating that man.
Yep.
With a knife.
Moving on. The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher.
Season 3.
The Witcher.
Toss a coin to your nigga.
It's coming back. It's so close. We're almost there. It's a little bittersweet because obviously I don't want to see Henry Cavill leave as Geralt because he's been fantastic the entire way through. But also I understand his desire to go make a 40K TV series. That's his most loved thing ever. It feels
like a step down, Henry. Come on.
Let him do what he wants.
Listen, if he can inject some actual emotion into that universe, more power to him. I just don't see it happening.
We'll find out whenever he finishes it. You know what, Colin? I want to know your opinion because you were somebody who wasn't really into the Witcher TV series until we got to the final episode of season 2.
Huh.
Yeah. But see, that's what's funny, right? Is I watched this trailer with that in mind and I was thinking like, yeah, I still don't really care. Like I'd have to watch that episode again to get back into that mindset because I'm just not thinking about The Witcher when I don't watch it. It's just like, it's a fantasy show. It's fine, but it doesn't do anything for me that like stands out as like, oh yeah, I gotta watch this.
I feel like that's how I feel about most Netflix shows.
Fair.
It sounds like season 3 is going to get more into the political stuff that's going on, which is what I found really interesting at the end of season 2, especially when it comes to Siri, because we now realize that Siri is kind of the centerpiece of everything. Everything is kind of moving around her, and that means that it's basically going to be Geralt and Yennefer fighting against the rest of the world to keep her safe, which I'm excited for, because this is kind of what we've been waiting for, is for those 3 to finally become the family that they're supposed to be. And I know a lot of people didn't particularly like season 2. Apparently it veered off of the books. As somebody who did not read the books, I appreciated that they kind of have held off until season 3 to give us this family aspect and to put them in such a low place in their relationship by the end of season 2, because now they have to build that together. Because it might have been weird if Geralt and Ciri had built this whole relationship without Yennefer being involved whatsoever. And I mean, they kind of do in season 2, but Yennefer also has her moments in season 2 where she gets to build a relationship with Ciri separate from Geralt. And now we've got that tension within the relationship because of what Yennefer did. So it's kind of cool that all 3 of them are going to have to work together to make this work.
Jaskier will also be there sometimes, I guess.
That's what Jaskier does. I don't like his hairstyle in this trailer.
It's bad.
I didn't love that.
Yeah.
I did not care for it.
It's not good.
I don't know what they did with his hair this season that it's not working,
Maybe
but
he's just going through it, and that's one scene, and then he'll come back and look decent.
I don't know. But I'm excited for the ball scene. I think there's some sort of holiday that they're celebrating or something. That looks very exciting to me. Yen and Geralt are clearly going to work out their issues at some point this season. Don't know when, but I won't get my hopes up for the beginning. I'll just, it's going to happen, and I can bide my time until it does. The Wild Hunt is after them, clearly. Yeah, I'm excited to see what comes next from our trio. I have seen some complaints about the costuming and the wigs this season. I don't know how I feel about that personally. I'm mostly just here for the story, though. Sure. Some people are like, I'm leaving as soon as Henry Cavill's done with the show. And I'm like, Yennefer is still being played by Anya Chalotra, and that's my favorite character. So as long as she's here and I enjoy the story and want to see where the story goes, I'll probably just keep rocking with the show.
I feel you.
It's I came for Henry Cavill.
Right.
I'm staying for the story that's being told because I actually am enjoying the story.
Right. So you got to finish it.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people who are just they should have just cast Liam Hemsworth as a completely different character.
Oh, have a different Witcher?
Yeah, and just write Geralt out of it. And I was like, that doesn't make sense because the entire show revolves around his destined connection
Yeah, you
to
can't really
Ciri.
do that.
Either you end the show, which
Right.
Netflix isn't going to do because it's a very popular show.
Right.
Or you recast the character because it literally revolves around his relationship to Ciri. So,
And they did it.
yeah, they were like, yeah, there wasn't a thought in our mind. We weren't going to end the show.
With Expendables alum Liam Hemsworth.
Yes, that's true. And I look forward to
Call
seeing
that.
what Liam brings to the table in season 4. I want to see, is he going to be, it'll be his own Geralt, I assume, but one does wonder if he will be pulling in some of you're playing the same character. So what are you
Right.
pulling in from Henry's performance? Are you going to bulk up as much as Henry did? Because, whoa,
We'll find out. Big Liam.
we will probably in more 2 years, but what's next?
Speaking of monsters and Netflix, Skull Island. It's an animated show. Bunch of monsters and some kids. They're running around. It's a terrifying island.
That seems to be Netflix's go-to when they're making an animation from a really well-known property. It's
Yeah.
let's take that property and then put kids in.
Is Jurassic Park theirs? The show with the kids who
Cretaceous something?
Camp Cretaceous,
yes,
I think
Camp
is what it's called.
Cretaceous, yes, is theirs.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Pacific Rim series as well, also teenagers and kids.
Yeah, what's up with
Damn.
them?
I think the Fast and Furious animation that they've got on there is probably revolving around kids. Yes, there's a Fast and Furious animation on Netflix.
What?
Are the kids driving the car?
It's Dom's cousin, so he's a teenager or something.
Okay. Cool. Why not?
Yeah, every time Netflix does one of these, it's all
Yeah.
right, take it and add teenagers.
There's some kids in there. Kids and some monsters.
Which I feel is fine in some cases, like Fast and Furious. Okay, fine. It's just put some teenagers on this terrifying island where everything wants to kill them. Why?
Let's endanger some
Yeah.
teenage lives.
See what they're going to do. I'm going to give it a shot. I really like Kong Skull Island. I like Godzilla King of the Monsters. I like animation. I like Mae Whitman. I like Benjamin Bratt. I just realized he's in this. Shout out to him. Also, one of the kids is voiced by one of the voices of Gumball from The Amazing World of Gumball. And I love that show. It's stupid and smart and a fun time. I don't know what's going to happen on the show, but I'm ready to find out. Kong is there. The big tentacle monster is there. Gabby's not here to say her catchphrase.
Hey,
Gabby is missing.
I'll say it for her, but she's seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Yes, she has.
Yeah.
There's just a long list of things that Gabby should have been here for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big animals, hentai creatures, thirsty, everything. Just
A whole queer fight club.
right. Like, Gabby, you missed so much.
According to Wikipedia, this show is going to be an adult animated adventure.
Oh, those kids gonna die.
It makes sense because I might watch the show due to the animation house that made the show, which is Powerhouse Animations. It's one of my favorite animation houses, if not like my favorite that does television right now. They did Castlevania. They did Seis Manos.
Yeah, they like violence.
Yes, they did Blood of Zeus, another show that I absolutely adore. So they like violence. So yeah, it makes sense that this. They did the He-Man show that I absolutely love on Netflix. I think Netflix just has like a really good partnership with them because they do a lot of their animated shows. But I love their art style, and a lot of the shows that they make for Netflix are very much for more on the adult side of things.
Yes.
He-Man is probably the exception to that.
Right.
But I love their animation style. I love their character designs. They make me so happy. So I might watch this show just mostly for that.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what they do with it. Colin?
Yeah.
You care about the monsters?
Not at all.
Sounds about right.
That's true.
Oh, the guy who's in charge of the show also wrote Love and Monsters.
I love that movie.
He also wrote Underwater, which was a
I
movie
haven't seen that
I
movie.
didn't see, but I wanted to.
Some of Kristen Stewart and the
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Yeah. He also wrote Jane Got a Gun, and I did see that movie.
I haven't seen that either. Well, cool. These aren't your type of monsters, Colin?
Nah. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's that they're not my type of monsters. It's just, I don't know. Those movies have never resonated with me. Like, they can be fun, but
I thought you liked
don't-
those movies.
I like them when I'm seeing them and immediately after seeing them, and then I never think about them again.
Well, that's fair, but you know, that happens a lot.
It's Meal Mission Impossible.
The guy who's in charge of the show, you know what else he produced?
What do you produce?
Speaking of producers of Cocaine Bear.
Oh, boy. Yo, if one of these monsters is on cocaine,
Oh, it's a
that
wrap.
show's going on my list. My favorite shows on the list here. King Kong on cocaine. Smacking kids across the island. Sounds like cinema.
I don't think there's anything more to say about that. I
Nope.
think you have to end it on that.
Those are the trailers. There's one piece of news.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Ryan Reynolds and Kenneth Branagh are starring in Mayday, which is directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daley for Apple and Skydance. Last time I got really excited about an Apple TV movie based on who was making it. I was very disappointed, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. So I'm excited.
Yeah. After what happened with Ghosted, I just
You
I
got to
don't-
look forward. Don't look at the past.
no, I don't
Look
trust.
forward.
I don't trust anymore. I don't trust no more. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just wait. I don't think I have it in me to be like super stoked about it and then have another Ghosted situation happen. I can't do it.
But to me,
I don't can't do it.
it's Goldstein and Daley. They're so good.
So are
Yeah, I know, but still.
Reese and Warnick and all of them.
In fairness, though, they didn't direct Ghosted. They just wrote it, right?
Yeah, but
These ones they're directing this one.
I'm still
Believe. You got to believe.
I've had my faith shattered a lot this year. So.
Damn.
The TV and movie industry mostly the TV industry has shattered a
Yeah.
lot of my faith this year, like within the past month alone. So
Yeah.
I'ma just wait. It's cool.
I will be optimistic if I
appreciate you for having
Yeah.
optimism. I've lost it. I can't do
to
it.
be honest, even if the movie's bad, I'm probably still gonna like it.
I don't know. We saw Ghosted.
But I love Ryan Reynolds more than I love Chris Evans and Ana de Armas. And these guys directed Dungeons and Dragons and Game Night, and I love those movies. And I'm gonna hold on to that.
I like Kenneth Branagh and I like Ryan Reynolds and listen, I've been a fan of John Francis Daley since I was in high school.
Right.
Okay. Like
You gotta believe in them.
I believe I believe when I see
What
it.
do you not understand? They beat it out of her.
We believe and believed. When you were watching Ted Lasso, you
I
believe
know, and I believe in Ted Lasso, but I've been beaten down, man. It's been a rough 6 months in
That's fair.
television
Well,
and streaming, for that matter. You know my feelings on streaming. I have
yes, it's been a rough
public enemy number one
It's
at
been a
this
rough
point.
road for you. But John, I'm ready for Mayday. Give me the action. Give me the adventure. Oh, also, I meant to say this earlier, but it kind of works as news and kind of part of my what you're watching. Colin mentioned Tom Holland, like, taking the year off.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get it. The crowded room is not fun. That's just as someone watching it. I can imagine making that would take a toll on you.
Yeah, he said
and you probably want to take a break for a bit.
he said that at one point he like was having an emotional breakdown and was like, I need to shave my head. I need to get this hair off of me. I need to like have this no longer like I need to no longer be in this
Goodness
in this
gracious.
space. And that was in the middle of filming. It wasn't like he had finished the job. He was like, I need to just get rid of the energy that this is bringing me.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, get over it, you're an actor. But I don't think a lot of people realize that in those, like, you're forcing your body into an emotional situation that you mentally know is fake, but your body doesn't.
Yeah, people say that, like, people bring that up because your body just thinks like, oh, we're going through this thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't think we're doing this for a movie. So you feeling that kind of stress and whatever it is, whatever physical or mental, emotional things that you're going through, your body's like, oh, this is what we're doing today. Okay. And then your body has to deal with that.
Yeah, it's having a natural response to if it was actually going through that. Like mentally, you can tell yourself, oh, this is fake, this is fake. But like your body just does not acknowledge that. It is going to go through the motions of that. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about how like when you have a fictional character that you are super attached to that dies, your body doesn't acknowledge the fact that that character is a fake character. It acknowledges that you had an emotional attachment to that character. And so it will respond.
Like with the loss.
Yeah.
Interesting. I get that.
So it's like people who are just like, oh, you're just an actor. It's like, okay, but he's still putting his body through an extremely difficult, taxing trauma.
Yeah. I've only seen 2 episodes. Tom Holland has been slapped up, grabbed up, snatched up, thrown against stuff. He's doing a lot. I can imagine why you'd want to take a break.
There's a reason why Michael B. Jordan went to have therapy while he was playing Killmonger.
As he should. I wish we all had therapy.
Hey guys, your mental health and your emotional health, it's very important no matter what anybody says. So please make sure you're getting that checked out.
Yes, please do.
And stay hydrated.
This is not how I expected this episode to end. But thanks for listening.
On us giving you great advice.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for, doing what you got to do to take care of your mental health and physical health. Like Demi said, stay hydrated, drink water. Y'all out here peeing dark yellow. It's not safe.
Drink water like once in her life.
Demi's drinking water today.
I'm drinking water right now.
I can see it. I witnessed it.
Listen,
it happened.
We are on Zoom. I have a whole, this is a 25-ounce water bottle.
I don't know what's in there. I'm just saying that could be Coke.
In fairness, that could be Coca-Cola.
It's water.
I believe her when she says it's water.
It's water.
She could be lying. But
no, because we got food earlier and I could have ordered a Coke then.
That's true. But if you already had a Coke in there, you wouldn't need to order.
Nah, not doing all that. That's way too much.
Too much Coke. Thank you, Crown Digital, Brandon and I, for putting us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Demi, thank you for editing. Thank you for putting us on YouTube, being our Whatcha enthusiast as Gaby was gone.
And the bottoms enthusiast. Wow.
The what?
Thank you to me for being our bottoms enthusiast.
I hate you.
You said it.
I didn't get all the way through it.
What a title.
This is what happens when you name a movie like that.
Exactly. And speaking of bottoms, Colin, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for helping me spread the gay agenda.
Why am I here?
You know what? Audience, how's it going? What do you think of, remember Transformers? We started with that. What do you think of Transformers? You into robots? You into bottoms? What are you into? Let us know. Hit us in the comments or tell us on Twitter at y'all_different. We're on Instagram. We're on Tumblr at Creative Differences Podcast, Facebook.com/Creative Differences PC, or TikTok at Creative Differences Pod. If you want to talk to me more about my fun, silly robot movie now in African American, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at a king named Simba.
Tell me what you think the plot will be for the inevitable sequel, Tops. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Duck McGuck.
If you guys want to talk to me about Disney's missed opportunity to promote Willow during Pride Month, where one of its lead stars, who plays a queer character on that show, has a trailer for a queer movie. Really good marketing opportunity. She's getting a lot of attention right now based on that trailer alone. What is your social media? You guys can find me, if you guys want to discuss this with me, you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dreamy Films. Dreamy is spelled DREEMI. Thanks again for joining us. Tune in next week. We will be doing a fan cast for The Flash, and then we will also be giving a review for The Flash. Yep. Not in the same episode.
No, not in the same episode, but tune in for all that. Yeah. We're going to be fast. We're going to go fast.
Gotta go fast.
And if you want to find Gaby, you can find her on Twitter at More Than Meets the Thighs.
Oh,
brilliant.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to go for bottoms, but that's good.
Yeah, I usually go for whatever the movie is. But yeah, it's
in August.
On brand for Gaby.
If she's not there for that review, it'll be. If somebody's not there for that review, it's going to be a wild time.
Oh, yeah. That's an easy one. All right, it's been different. Bye.
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 Stop.
Yeah.
We're not all into the movies, but I mentioned earlier you put in Donnie Yen. I'm down for it. Who do you need to see on the roster for Expendables to make you want to go see the movie?
I'm sticking with Hiroyuki Sanada
I like that.
or Joe Taslim.
Oh, that would be dope.
The real answer is nobody ain't gonna get me to see those movies. But
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Put like Dame Maggie Smith, and I'm like, okay.
I was hoping you'd have an
I'm
answer
curious.
like that. I was hoping you'd have an answer like that.
Julie Andrews.
Just smacking dudes in the face. McGonagall throwing hands.
Mary Poppins giving us the action movie we so rightfully deserve.
Beating niggas with an umbrella.